Good morning. It's been ages since I've done a makeup tutorial. I want to say it's been like 3 or 4 years. So I figured I would do like an updated version because I've matured, my skin has matured a bit and things have changed as far as like application. So I've already, guys, stop. Sorry, I have like 3 dogs, so I'm sure they're gonna be bothering me throughout this video, but so I always start off at, first of all, let me just say this. It is super important that you prep your skin and take care of your skin. So in the mornings, I use an SPF moisturizer. Lately, I've been using the JLo one. I really like that. I've been using that since she launched her new line of skincare. I've been using that. And I love it because it adds a lot of moisture to my skin, because as you mature, your skin gets drier. And exfoliating 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week is really good as well. And I use Eminence strawberry rhubarb for that. It's a powder substance and you get it wet and then exfoliate. And then at night I use a night oil by Sunday Riley called Luna. And I also use her Retin-A, can't think of what it's called right now, but it's Sunday Riley, and I use her Good Genes. And I kind of just like throughout the week, I use different things depending on how my skin is feeling. But back to the day wear, definitely use an SPF with a moisturizer SPF. It will make a huge difference, and taking care of your skin is super important. So I'm going to start off doing my eyebrows, and I really love this Tarte. It's like a pomade, and it looks like this. And this one is in taupe because I don't want my eyebrows to be super dark. They're dark anyways. So I'm going to start off applying it. So I kind of just, the brush that I'm using is by Anastasia, and it's a 7B. And I kind of just feather it. And if you mess up, you can always fix it. If you get too much product on there, there's a spoolie on the end. So you can always blur it out. But I really kind of just want to go with the hairline and try not to make it too drawn in. I know in my previous videos I had like pretty solid eyebrows, but now I like them a little more natural. So that's how that one looks. I'm drinking coffee right now, so hands are a little shaky. And I have a kind of like a bald spot in my eyebrow right in here. And so I really try to focus on covering that so it actually looks like there's hair there. The dogs are eating bones behind me, so that's probably what you're hearing. Okay, so I did those, super natural. And now I'm gonna prep my eyes. I always do my eyeshadow first. I haven't mastered not getting the dropout, so, and plus I'm just like, I'm busy, I wanna get it done, and this is the easiest way instead of having to clean up afterwards. So I'm gonna start off with using the Tarte Shape Tape. I've been using this for years as a primer and a concealer for my eyes. This one's in medium sand. You don't wanna go too light because you don't want that like raccoon look when you take photos and it's like, you look like you have white strips underneath. So you want to go just kind of like, I would say a shade lighter than your foundation or tinted primer. And so I'm applying it all over the lid, up to the brow. And I get these really purple spots around my eyes, so I try to cover that up as well, so it doesn't look like I have a black eye. So apply this evenly. I'm using a concealer brush. I want to say, what is this made by? So it doesn't say, but it's just a standard little concealer brush, flat. And you want to make sure that you don't have any lines. When you're doing this, it can be sometimes a little streaky, so just blur it out lightly with your brush. If you just do a light swipe over it, you don't want to be too aggressive with your face. This is what it looks like. I'm going to take a little more product right here. Okay, I'm fully covered. Now I'm gonna take, I got some new brushes recently and I really love them. This is a Nars brush. Obviously it's been used. And I made a palette myself and then just bought this on Amazon, and then the guts of it, like the shadows, I have accumulated from buying Nars. They sell, I don't know, I would think they would sell it to the general public. I have a Nars account, a professional account, so I would think they would do the same thing for you guys that don't have it. But you can buy just the little, the magnetic plates, or I'm totally jacking that up, but the eyeshadow plates, and you can put them in. This one I'm using Barrett's, and it is going all over my eye. And this just keeps that eyeshadow concealer in place. And I think it's important to use an eyeshadow primer. I like concealers because I feel like it gives it good coverage and it's even. I like the Tarte concealer. I haven't used, I mean, I've used other ones. MAC was a good one for a while, but they discontinued the actual line that I was using. So this is gonna keep it vibrant and keep it from creasing throughout the day. So like me putting Barrett's all over my eye is holding that in place. So I'm not gonna have like greasy creases throughout the day, and it's gonna keep my eyeshadow vibrant and true to color. So next I'm going to use Night Star. So Nars started going smaller with their palettes. Obviously this has been very used heavily. It's my favorite. But I'm gonna start off in my crease and kind of work my way up. And I like to build color. I'm not a big, like, let's just go for it and put some black on there and then try to blend it out. I like to build it. That's just a personal, choice. I I feel like it's easier to blend out darker colors when you're building rather than just slapping it on there and then trying to work it out. But that's just me. So I'm really just focusing on the crease and working it up. And this is gonna kind of seamlessly tie everything together. And then I really love this shade. It's Persia. And it just adds like, I just love like earthy tones. And I start in the crease. I like to raise my eyebrows because when it sits down, sometimes you can miss that crease. When you raise your eyebrows, it actually shows you where the ditch of your eye is, the crease of your eye. Starting from the outer corner and working my way in. The method I pretty much use when I start off is I just go ding, 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 and just rub, and then I kind of work it in a circular motion to really blend it. That's what it looks like so far. And then I'm gonna come in with my darker shade. This is called Galapagos, and it's like a brown with gold, like glitter, I guess, shimmer. I know I'm gonna look back at this video and go, oh my God, I said like 50 times. I hate that that is a word added to our vocabulary because we are trying to think of the actual word. I don't know. Okay, so I started in the corners and I'm working my way in, raising my eyebrow because I really want to get into that ditch of the eye. Now I'm just going for a super natural day look today, and I'm kind of strapped for time, so you're getting a everyday look. This is what it looks like so far. And so I like to, every now and then I like to add some shimmer. This is like a copper. It's like a copper shimmer, and it's called Patia. And this is all Nars Cosmetics. I really love their eyeshadows. So I'm taking, oh, I forgot to tell you. So this brush is just a blending brush, and that's what I used in the creases and building the color. This is a Frida Kahlo Ulta brush. It's kind of flat, but it has a blending, it's kind of like a blending brush, but it's a little more flat than the other one. And I'm gonna start off in my crease and just work my way out. Just adding some glitter in there. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, that is done. So you're gonna see that I have a little bit of dropout. That you're gonna fix after. You can do it now or you could do it after your mascara. Right now I'm addicted to this mascara. It's L'Oreal Telescopic. I've used it, I don't know, over 10 years, I think. And I've tried other ones and it's just not the same. I like it because it has they're rubber bristles and they really separate the eyelashes. I've been asked, like, how many coats do you put on your eyelashes? I'm like, I have no idea. I just do it until everything's pretty much separated and I like the build of the mascara. Now, if you can see, I got a little bit mascara on my lid. So I'll take my blending brush and kind of blend that out. It's almost impossible when you have longer lashes not to get it. And I'm just wild when I'm just kind of reckless when I do my own makeup. I'm in a hurry like most of us, so I started really noticing last year that my skin was changing. I used to be super oily, like in my T-zone. And I was using Image Skincare's mattifying moisturizer, and it worked great for years, but I started noticing I was so powdery looking. And I mean, as you get older, when your skin matures, you don't really want to look powdery. You want that glow, because the thing is that the product sits in those fine lines and wrinkles and it cakes up. So having a super dry looking makeup and face and then putting, you know, a mattifying moisturizer on there, it was making me look older, and we definitely don't want that. So this morning, typically I work out in the mornings, and this morning Jared and I slept in. Our bodies are just sore. We didn't really get a good sleep last night. So when I work out, I shower in the mornings. Well, I shower at night. I shower twice a day. I shower in the mornings after my workout, and then I shower at night before I get into bed, because I am OCD and I don't like getting in to a clean bed with a dirty body. Just very particular. And so this morning I slept in, so I'd showered last night. So I didn't shower this morning, obviously, because I'm clean, but I did wash my face. You always want to wash your face in the morning. Wash that night cream off and put your moisturizer with SPF on in the morning. And the thing is that most of us sleep on our face, our side of our face, so it smashes our eyelashes down. And you really want to like focus on, whenever you're washing your face, like really not hard, but really just washing your eyelashes, because they're probably crinked on your face. And you want to wash all, like if you use, which you should, I'm almost 38, you want to use a nighttime regimen. Whether that, I am an advocate for oil. I highly suggest using oil as you get older, just to add that moisture back into your face. Okay, so I originally, for the longest time, has been using foundation. And I typically go with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Now, the past few months, I feel like it's cakey and I'm not loving it. And so I bought the Nars. I bought this for vacation. It is Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer with 30 SPF sunscreen. So it's kind of like I would say like a CC cream, or, you know, just a tinted moisturizer. Well, this one is too dark. This one is medium 1.2, and it kind of is too dark, and I ordered it off of their website not knowing what color I was, so I mix it with the Gentry Kelly medium. It's slightly lighter than the Nars one, and I really like her stuff too. But since I had it, I was like, I'm not gonna buy another one. I'm just gonna mix hers with mine. Because I started getting too dark for her medium. So, okay. So I put a little bit. This is the Nars Medium. And let me show you what Gentry Kelly's looks like. Hers is right here. And this is the Nars one. And what I do is I take these and I emulsify them in my fingers. I love putting on foundation with my fingers because I feel like I can get, I can blend it better. So I start with the end, the middle, and then work my way out. Oh, and I didn't even go over. So I just took off, I used a moist facial towelette and I took off the excess underneath my eyes of eyeshadow because most of us, well, not most of us, but a lot of us forget that. And then we end up having these dark eyes underneath, our dark circles in our eyes because we didn't take off the eyeshadow. So I didn't want any dropout. So I'm really kind of moving it in and kind of going around the eyebrows and just blending it. And I like to kind of bring it down my neck because I use SPF on my face and I usually wear a hat in the sun. And so my face is way darker or way lighter and my neck is way lighter. So I like to blend it into my neck. But this is the kind of coverage it has. It's very light. You can still see, you know, a little bit of imperfections. I have a little bit of melasma on my forehead, which I treat constantly. But yes, this is what it looks like. Okay, now I'm gonna take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm putting it on my hand to warm it up. And I'm gonna take my concealer brush. I dip into it. Now, when I do my concealer now, I literally just put a little bit right here and a little bit right here and kind of drag it down. Now I'm getting, like I said, my skin is maturing and I'm getting all these fine lines and wrinkles, especially around my eyes, crow's feet, which I'm totally fine with now. It was just weird seeing it, waking up one day and seeing that you have crow's feet. But we are all headed the same outcome. We're all gonna have crow's feet eventually. It doesn't matter what age you are. So you see this dark area right here? I'm really gonna kind of cover that up. But I do not wanna take my concealer and go, so in my previous videos, I would take my concealer and go all the way under and all that. And the thing is that now I have mature eyes and it's starting to cake up under there and really bring attention to the fine lines and wrinkles under my eyes. So Christina Frank got me on this. I had watched one of her videos and I really loved this brush. It's It Cosmetics number 7. So this is an all over blending. And then this is a concealer brush. So I take the all over and I kind of blend these lines out and really lightly blend. Do it to the other side. Usually I focus on one eye, but I'm kind of trying to speed through this a bit. Okay, now I take the opposite end and I take that and I blend the concealer in with my eyeshadow, really blending out the lines, and then I take it on the inside corners and blend it out. Now I take this brush and I kind of pat it into the skin. Just really want to blend that out. Okay. Can you see a difference? Okay, so I just started getting onto this Kylie I'm really loving her products. Really, really loving it. So this is her setting powder, and it's in beige. And I love the inside. It's like this little spring. Yeah, okay, so I'm taking my Nars concealer brush, powder concealer. I don't think it's a concealer brush. I forget what it's called, but it's Nars. Okay, and I'm gonna look up like this, and I'm going to set all of that concealer underneath my eye. If you don't set it, it's still wet, and it will crease, and it will get into the fine lines and wrinkles underneath your eye. So take this. Okay. I know I'm repping Nars a lot, but I just love their products. So this is the Summer Solstice palette made by Nars. It's like a summer thing, and I guarantee you it's not gonna be all year long, but there is like this highlighting and bronzing powder. Now, this is up to you, but I like to contour with bronzing powders, and then my highlighter powder is kind of like this golden, shimmery, just, it's really pretty and summery. So I'm gonna take my MAC brush. This is 137, I think. And I use it strictly for highlights. And I'm just gonna go right here, top of my cheekbone. And I like to go at the bridge of my nose, up on my cupid's bow, and just a little bit on the chin, just kind of giving those highlights to the face. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm going to use my MAC 160 angled contour brush, and I'm gonna take this like bronzing color, now to find, I mean, you probably know where your cheekbones are, but you can feel it. You will be able to feel it with your fingertips. And then I take this fluffy Frida Kahlo Ulta Beauty brush, and I go in with my bronzer. Because I have a larger forehead, I like to kind of darken that. It makes it appear a little bit smaller. All of the men in the Dudley family have very large foreheads, so I was blessed with that. Okay, now I'm going to come back with my Kylie, and I'm just going to kind of pat it in. Lightly. Don't want to look like cake face. And this setting powder has a little bit of coverage, and it really just, I don't know, it's lightweight and I love it. So this is where I'm at so far. Now, like I said earlier, my face is lighter than the rest of my body, so I'm gonna take my bronzer and my Frida Kahlo brush, and I'm gonna go in and just blend it out. A little bit of bronzer. And then come back in with my mascara and start at the base and just add a little bit of depth. I don't put eyeliner underneath my eye because I am getting older and I want my eyes to look bright. If you use eyeliner, it's going to close in your eyes. And as you get older, it's up to you, it's total preference, but we typically look better with no eyeliner underneath our eyes. Now you can do like a soft brown, which would be pretty, and just kind of blur it out. I haven't been wearing eyeliner because I just want that really summery, bright look, and I want to look like sun-kissed. And so with eyeliner, I feel like for me, it's more of like a nighttime look, but completely up to you. Like I said, it's preference, but just know that if you're gonna use eyeliner top and bottom, your eyes are gonna look tiny. And I don't want that, so for me. So then I'm gonna take my wet wipe, and I'm just, because I have foundation or the tinted moisturizer on my lips, so I'm just gonna kind of go over it. And so this is the final look. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about products, you can comment below. Yeah, so I hope you have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video.